Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are in the building. Yes, sir. Hope y'all hear me loud and clear because we're about to be on, baby. What's up, B? How you doing, man? How you doing? Happy Thanksgiving
Man,
to everybody, too, man. Happy holidays.
I was gonna say happy holidays. Hope you had a great one with your family. And I hear you're already out there. My guy already in the stands catching games.
We already in the building, fam. We in the building. You heard? Telling you,
Incredible.
man. You know,
I love it, man.
man, got to see some games today, games tomorrow. Gonna put people on to the game of the week. And we're about to get this on and cracking right about now. So y'all just bear with me. And, uh, let's get this party started right. Yo, B, it's a lot of people, man, talking about who's the top players in the city. They want to get our feedback on it. They want to know who we think is number one, number two. I said, listen, we're not going to rank any player. We're just going to give the rundown on this list so we can make sure that everybody get their just due because
I know. I feel like we'd almost need to run like a week long camp to come up with like some actual rankings I feel confident about to rank all these
that's a
guys up
fact.
there.
That's a fact.
But just to be mentioned, I think is going to be a huge bonus, a huge bump in your resume, a little feather in the cap. So stay tuned. Hopefully, you get your name called tonight, or one of your favorite players does.
Yes, sir. All right, man. Enough talking. Let's get the show on the road, man. Welcome to High School Basketball Weekly. I am your host, Glenn Pooh Harding. Always here with my guy,
Brian Reichert.
We do High School Basketball Weekly, episode 28, season 2.
Wow.
They flying by like this, B.
28 Fs, that's crazy.
28 episodes, man. 28 episodes, and we on the rocket, man. We on the rocket. Well, there's a lot of basketball that's being played these last couple of days, and leading to the week. There's a lot going on, man. There's a lot going on. Are you looking forward to seeing anyone in particular?
I'm definitely really excited about the season. Seeing those clips of last year and all the great moments we got to see. I'm just so excited for that next group of guys to step in, slide into those roles, those opportunities. Probably the guy I'm most excited to watch this year, or at least right now, is probably Jada Swan, Pooh. This Thomas Jefferson buzz, the way this kid's playing in the summer and the spring, I mean, it is just all coming together at the right time. And I mean, just look out if you're playing against this Jefferson team because they're coming out for blood, man. And I can't wait to watch Jada Swan.
Their motto is no mercy. They got to put it on back of t-shirts. That's how serious they're taking this thing.
I love it.
They were all out today watching Eagle Academy versus Far Rockaway, and I could say they are taking their scouting seriously. Not only the coaches there, but the players are out, and they're doing their thing. So Good to see that. Good to see Eagle Academy, two-time defending champs, back in action. Good to see Far Rockaway. They were building, but they was out there playing hard. But I want to start off the show tonight, giving big love, man, and big kudos to the guys over at Earl Monroe. Earl Monroe, big up, big up. Give y'all some love with that. Big up to Earl Monroe. They are a new program on a rise.
Yeah.
And listen, the way they're looking right now, man, they're gonna shock a few teams, man. And I don't think they'll be shocked. But their name is definitely gonna be out there this year. Remember, I told you here first, Earl Monroe. And some people probably already been up on them.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say that I have. I knew they've been making waves. In Manhattan and throughout all the boroughs. But now I got to see it live in person, man. And man, they are forced to be reckoned with.
Now, did they have any standouts? Any guys that looked sharp on that roster? That
I, I'm about to read them off right now. I'm glad you said that, Coach. I'm glad you said that. Some of their standout players, right? Earl Monroe, they beat Lawrence Whitmere B today. Lawrence Whitmere, they have a whole bunch of teams in that school, man. So I won't call them B. We're going to call them Blue, right? Lawrence Whitmere Blue. But Earl Monroe beat them 55-53. You have Devion James, number 10. Lights out. Lights out. Dejon Green, number 12. These guys who I'm just seeing for the first time. And then Raymond Kennard, who I've been seeing all summer long, doing this thing. Number 5. Do you got Kuno Santos, 25, and Kareem Knuth. Sorry if I got your name wrong, young brother. But those 5 guys, and they got a nice bench too. So they got a combination of that 3-guard offense with some bigs down low that's going to cause trouble and wreak havoc on some teams this year. So big salute to Earl Monroe. Because when I see a team and I see them live, it don't take me too long to notice that, hey, man, they're going to be giving a lot of teams trouble out there.
Yeah, and to build something that fast is super impressive, especially in the landscape today. And that's definitely a team to watch. I definitely want to check that group out because anybody that can stand out this quickly definitely deserves some kudos for sure.
Dejon had 3, 6, 9, 12, 14, 16 points, 4 threes. All right. And then you had Devin had 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 16 points as well. Right. And then you had Raymond Kennard. He had off night for him, 2, 4, 6, 9 points. So you figure if I'm seeing Raymond Kennard and he was the standout player, just imagine what kind of player, Davion and Dejon is.
And it shows that they don't have to rely on Kennard. They all can kind of chip in and take over on a nightly basis, which will make them tough.
That's fact. That's fact. Salute to Coach Kenny Milk. Coach Kenny Milk, salute. You're doing a hell of a job over there. Earl Monroe, team to watch this year, New York City, for sure. Yo, salute to my guys. Ayatollah Beats, always in the building.
The best.
Always here every show. That's right. CK always on the check-in. My guy from upstate, got to bring you on. CK, definitely. You know what, CK? Hold on. Let me try to bring you in, CK, toward the end of the show. All right. Text me your email again. You got my number. Text me your email again. We're gonna bring you on because we want to hear about these players from upstate.
Now, Pooh, I got another question. Now, at Eagle, there's a guy who's really been impressing me. I think he's going to be one of the best guys in the league. How did JoJo Jacobs look in the time that you got to see Eagle run a little bit?
JoJo looks strong, right?
Yeah,
JoJo definitely looks strong. Um, they got him playing a mixture of the wing and the low post, and I think right now he's still trying to figure that out, right? Um, know he got a Division I scholarship, so I know he's trying to get himself ready to be on the wing and play that hyper extended three kind of inside guy. But I would tell JoJo, you're the most dominant big man in the city. Take advantage of that.
yeah,
A lot of times, if the shot was missed, he was able to follow it up. Mind you, Far Rockaway, they didn't have any bigs or anybody to contend with him, so that made it a little easier. But
yeah,
I would just tell him, man, just right now, just focus on being the most dominant player in New York City. That
yeah,
don't mean big, just being the most dominant because of your height and strength and your length and your athleticism. That can definitely push you over the top. But yeah, I think he's definitely figured it out with a new team. You got a lot of young pieces around him. You know, you see Amir taking on a bigger role, right? A
yeah.
lot of things didn't fall on Amir last year. He had other players around him that were able to take that load. Now he's able to take on more of a responsibility. And right before I left, he knocked down 2 threes as he usually does. So I'm not too surprised about that.
Yeah, a special combination. You talk about Amir Dockery and JoJo this year going to be a big time combo, and I agree with you. I think when JoJo's inside, he's got such a good combination of hands, speed and touch, and he's a special player inside. I love that he's working the outside game, but you're right. Don't go away from those roots, my man. And I hope they feed him. I think most of their success will come
Right.
through the post, and JoJo could pass out of it and really could space out the floor and kind of change the dynamic of their offense, which could really be helpful to them. We'll have to see, but Eagle definitely going to be one of those exciting teams looking to get in the championship.
Definitely. Definitely. I see that for sure. They're looking to get back there. But you got Eagle Bronx looking good too. They're looking like they can make their first stop at the championship as well.
Yeah, and they're one of those teams who that I almost feel like they have so many pieces. It's like, do they have a guy who might win Player of the Year? Yeah, but their team is so balanced. I mean, they could almost have a leading scorer every single night from somebody else.
But that what makes them so dangerous.
I love that. That's my favorite part about that team. Yeah,
You got
very
certain
guard
teams.
heavy.
Yep. Yep. You got certain teams that kind of stick out, right?
Yeah,
And some of them got the guy. But I think it's dangerous when you're playing against a team like Eagle Bronx because any night, any one of those guys could be the guy to get their team over the top.
no doubt. And I mean, they got some impressive guys coming back. I really like Amir Cummings this year. I think he's going to maybe emerge as their top guy. Coaching staff is really excited about him. Could kind of fill all three stat categories and probably will be their most consistent option, which may let him, emerge from the pack a little bit. But an exciting team that we both have very high on our list that we think are going to go far.
Listen, you got Carrick Dorland,
Yeah,
you got Denham Troutman, right?
phenomenal score.
You got Richard Walker, RJ still
Yeah,
there,
RJ's a bucket.
right?
Jordan Randolph is tough as nails. It's 7 threes for them.
Definitely,
Yeah,
definitely. So you never know at any given moment who gonna give you buckets.
yeah,
Very, very, very dangerous crew. Very dangerous crew. So
yeah. That the coaching staff seems more excited than they've been in a long time, and Coach Byers is fired up. So the Eagles gonna be tough.
no, they definitely gonna be tough together. So
Yeah,
I guess that will lead on into our top players, right? Because we already started naming players already, right?
of
So
course,
all of these guys that we're mentioning are some of the top players in New York City. Correct?
absolutely.
All right, Coach. I want you to give me a rundown on some of the players that you have. Where we can split it up, and then I'll give you who I have.
Do you want to go by league, or do you want to go just any names?
Whatever you want to do, coach, is on you.
All right, I'll start with the PSAL since we have named a couple of them. Obviously,
Yep, yep, yep.
I told you I'm extremely excited about Jada Swan this year, and I mean, how can we not talk about probably the man who's going to lead the entire PSAL in scoring, Connor Spratley? I mean, he's got to be on everybody's list. This kid's going to be tough. A D1 low major dream. I think he could even go to high major if he keeps cooking. Big fan of Connor Spratley. What do you think, Bo?
Connor Spratley is a walking, breathing
Bucket.
bucket. I've been watching Connor since he was in the 8th grade.
Yeah.
And, in our Brevoort Basketball League, we call him Mr. Tough Shot because he can make some of the toughest shots look easy, right?
Crazy.
And
Yep.
he's developed this, being a smaller guy coming up playing. And as he's gotten bigger and stronger, he's able to use that as part of his arsenal. And
Yeah.
now he got the jump shot with that. He's dangerous, man, because, you could play against Thomas Jefferson and think you got the lead and think, you up 10, 12 points, and they could just run off 20 points like that.
Right?
With Connor
Yeah.
leading the way.
Such an offensive threat and just a natural scorer. I think he's going to be a coach's dream at the next level, especially if he gets in, especially if he plays for a guy who played ball, Pooh. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
Yep.
Like if he gets with the right coach, he could be really special. I think. I'm a big fan of Spratley. He's definitely high on my watch. We talked about JoJo. We talked about Amir.
Hold
We have to.
on. We're gonna back up real quick. We're gonna back up real quick because we gotta, get some major respect to who we consider one of the best players in New York City on both sides, Jada Swan.
Yeah.
Last week, again, I'm going to say it again, he put on a clinic. 25 points, 8 dunks, 8 assists, 12 rebounds, 5 blocks. You can't ask for anything more. Like, I had people calling me from Texas. Like, my guys like, yo, people down here watching this, and they're realizing how real of a deal this kid is.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I just want to say that. And the reason why I'm so high on Jada, because, we got a whole bunch of kids that can score in New York City, but how many of them play defense just as well as they score?
Oh, come on. He dominates in so many areas of the game. I mean, what do we talk about? He's one of the most we don't even talk about I don't even need to talk about scoring with him. One of the most dynamic shot blockers I've ever seen. One of the best rebounding
Ever.
guards I've ever seen.
Facts.
You know
Yep.
what I mean?
No, that's the
And just
truth.
natural instincts defensively, like you said. He's competitive as heck. He's always in the play. He's always locked in. And he's even deferred a lot early on in his career, which is signs of maturity. I feel like he's not going to let anything get in the way for Jefferson this year.
Not at all. Not at all. Go ahead. Run them off. I'm
Yeah,
gonna be
for
quiet.
sure. And we talked about JoJo. Sacred Heart. We think got a steal. We talked about the Eagle guys who we really respect, and we got to talk about a project coming into a star. Caden Francis is South Shore.
Caden Francis.
Talk
I
about
remember
potential, Pooh.
Gary Irvin said to me last year, I don't think I had Caden on my list. He's like, when it's all said and done, Caden Francis is going to be better than 90% of the guys on your list. And, I know G, he was very serious. And for Caden not to be with Nazareth this year and over at South Shore and Coach Mark giving him the green light. Like, if you guys watch the preseason runs, you can hear Coach Mark telling Caden, I dare you to pass. I dare you to pass. You are the guy on this team right now. You are a go-to guy.
Yeah.
And from speaking to him, he has bought into being the guy. And with, he has a great upside. Very athletic.
Yeah.
He can shoot the rock. A great rebounder. He can run the floor. So he got a lot of attributes that can add to his game.
Yeah, he's another D1 dream. I think 2 years with coach, wherever he's at, he's gonna succeed. But with coach having his hands on him, giving him that confidence that he needs to really turn that corner, I think he's gonna have a huge year, put up a lot of big numbers for South Shore, and help them win a lot of games. And definitely, coach could be right. He might be better than a lot of guys on this list when it's all said and done.
When it's all said and done,
That's right.
Caden Francis, baby.
A couple more names I got in the PSAL to look out for. Flavio Jean, Brooklyn Collegiate, super tough point guard, been around forever, feels like. Guy's back for another year. Should score a ton of points. Tough shot maker.
He can pass. That kid can pass. And he's
Really good
always
IQ.
fired up. He's a floor general.
Yep.
Fired up. Again, you know, I think they're in the rebuilding year. They got some pieces, but I think they're rebuilding as well from all the players that they had in the past. And I think Flavio is definitely the floor general to lead them, back into the playoffs and get deep. Pause.
Yeah, and another guy I want to shout out, kind of under the radar, Ahmad Torrance on Thurgood Marshall. Big guard, going to Norfolk State. Expected to have a big year. Should be tough in the city this year, I think, Phil. Guy kind of going under the radar.
Yeah, listen, that a coach's dream to have a coach's son, right?
Yeah.
He could flat out shoot that thing as well, especially if he get it going. I seen him play last year during the playoffs. Definitely has a high ceiling, and I think Thurgood Marshall is going to be pretty good this year.
All right, you ready? I'm
For him
bouncing over now to the Catholic League. All
Okay.
right,
Yeah,
here
it's
we
on you.
go.
Yeah.
Starting off, Mr. Halon Rollins, Pooh. Take it away. Hey, Rollins.
Mr. Up Next Hay. The greatest smile. Hey, Lon, again, another player that could do it all, right? Similar to Jada, because he could play both. He could do it on the offensive end, and he could do it on the defensive end. And definitely one of the greatest shot blockers that we have in the city right now. Hey, Lon, it's a definitely three-point threat. Can get around the basket. Again, I just want to see him take it to the next level. And I didn't see him play this year with Naz. I saw him in IS8 where he hit a big three and took an offensive charge to get his team to win the championship. Now, that takes a lot from a player who's playing with a whole bunch of gifted players to take a back seat and wait to the right time where his team need him to be a threat, right?
Yeah.
I just want to see him, be that all the way through the game and not take a back seat because he doesn't need to take a back seat to anyone.
Absolutely. I think he's gonna. And listen, that's the definition of a winner, right?
Yeah,
The guy who looks to strike and take advantage of the moment right when his team needs it. That's a guy winner. Guy who helps your program right away. We love this kid. We give him so many compliments, but he deserves them all. He's a fantastic player, and he hasn't even scratched the surface of how good he could be. I
no,
think. I think
Division
he's just
One
gonna keep going
prospect
up and up.
all the way, Division One
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, and there are plenty of D1s reaching out around him. Like I said, one program is gonna totally make a big push for him, and it's gonna create a huge waterfall behind him because this kid's got the goods, the size, everything you need. So yeah, I think and he's right up there for my MVP list in the Catholic League
Really?
for sure.
That's saying a lot. I think he could do it. If it's any year that I think Halon could do it, he can definitely do it this year.
Absolutely, especially if Naz can go on a type of run that they did last year and get all the way to the chip.
Right.
He's going to be a big reason why. And we said, he's so much fun to watch. He does it on both ends. Great smile, great kid, and I think he's going to take over the city this year
For sure, for sure. Halon Rollins.
for sure. And then we got to talk about the bodega himself, Georgia Tech, the man who dominated Texas and came home.
Oh,
Brandon
yes.
Stores, baby.
That's a fact. Brandon Stores, definitely. Listen, when we talk about someone who's been playing a long time, he's been starting as a freshman at St. Ray's, putting up big numbers, And this year, with all the attention being brought to him, with all the people that wanted him to leave the school, he stayed and stayed loyal. Been down, stayed down, improved his game. We sat and we talked at the championship game, and we were just saying to each other the whole game, if this guy gets his handle and be able to turn that corner on defenders,
Yeah.
he's going to be a problem. So no longer you get the guy who's catching it, turning his back, even though he still got that game, he's not
Yep.
limited to that. He could go left, he could go right, and as you can see, he's banging it on your head. Pause. With a strong finish. So Brandon Stores, definitely Georgia Tech bound. What more can we say? ACC, straight from New York City. Definitely another
And
contender for
listen,
Player of the Year.
he's going to go down as an all-time great Raven. And think
Yes,
about
definitely.
the company he's going to be with, and he's going to be right at the top of the list as an
For sure.
all-time great Raven.
I wonder if he's going to be able to crack that all-time scoring record. He's been there for 4 years and
Got to be
putting up
right there,
major numbers. You know what I'm saying?
100%. Yeah, and we also got to talk about his running mate, Ty Turnage, who you have been telling me has had one of the most impressive runs this offseason out of anybody.
Yes, fact. That's a fact.
Yeah,
Listen,
tell everyone a little bit about your thoughts on Ty Turnage, because there are times where people look at him and you see the deficiencies, but when you look at him as a whole, he does so many things to help you win, so many things to help you program, so many things to make others around him better. He looks like he's totally bought in. He's totally confident. I mean, I'm excited for.
and look, just like my guy Dave, right on point. He has the scoring record. Salute. I knew it. Thank you, Dave. Salute to my guy Dave Cordova. Dave Joint, the one and only.
The best.
Always. Look, Dave keeps me on point so much, man. I appreciate you, my brother. For sure. So that ends that argument, right?
Exactly. All
So
time great.
that's right. Okay. So let's get to my guy, right? Because I've been one of his biggest critics. You know, just for some reason, when you look at this kid, you just like, I don't know if he can do it on the next level. His body, and then his shot, and and then how he performed last year during the playoffs. But then I saw him this summer. He got stronger. Could take the bump a lot easier than he did last year. He's putting pressure on guys bigger than him. When he went down to Texas, he made me a full believer because I got to see it up close for 2 nights in a row, being a dominant point guard, playing as one of the best point guards in the country. And what he did to Caden Johnson from DeSoto by fouling him out, and Caden Johnson, bigger, stronger, jump higher, but he wasn't the smartest Ty.
Sitting
And I
on the
don't think he
bench.
and I don't think he was as skilled as Ty that game, because Ty Turnage is definitely the best point guard in New York City.
Whoa! Whoa. How about that statement, ladies and gentlemen?
Y'all heard it here first. Y'all heard it. It's a lot of guys that play guard out there,
No doubt.
but he's a New York City point guard.
Yeah,
Numero uno in my book.
I love hearing it, especially, you admitting that, listen, you were disappointed at times,
I
but to see
was.
the development and to turn the corner, to see him, you know, he reminds me a lot of like a young running back who would play football. Pooh, just stay with me for a second. And he
Mm.
would kind of be like getting hit a lot, kind of like not delivering the blow, kind of taking the hit. And he would just look at you and be like, "What's going on, coach?" And then he would run over that first guy, Pooh, and he would go, "Wow, I can be the guy creating the contact, pushing the bodies, being aggressive, pushing." And it just clicks for him. And it just reminds me that exact thing with Ty. Like, he realized I've been around as long as these guys. I'm as strong as these guys. I'm ready to go. And I love to hear it because I think Ty is so underrated in my opinion.
Let me tell you, he got hurt during the DeSoto game, and I was just like, "Oh, that's gonna be it for
Yep.
them." And Ty's gonna be gone, man. Like he went to the locker room, came back like Superman, and it was a wrap. It was all over. They put DeSoto to rest. Man, y'all go watch the game. The game is on my YouTube channel. Go watch
That's
it
right.
if you don't believe me.
Yeah, he had
Okay,
a
so
monster. He had a monster time in Texas. He
yes,
was
Ty
arguably
Turner.
the best guard in the whole thing.
Hey, listen, let's yeah, listen, Connor. I get it. I get it. Connor, to me, the best scoring point guard. Now, for Connor's credit, let's talk about Connor, Mr. Spratley. Let's talk about him because we could do that now. Mr. Spratley, he's been passing that ball like no other, right? And again, hold on,
You good?
Connor, to me, is a shooting guard, but I know on the next level he's going to be a great point guard. Not saying that he can't play point guard,
Yeah.
but he is the bucket getter. He
You
is the
saw.
walking bucket. He is
Yeah.
the Kyrie Irving of New York City,
Well, you know what I try and do
especially the
to tell people,
PSAL.
Pooh? I try and give him a comparison, and I think you're gonna eat it up. He's like Rob Dillingham. Like, is he a point
That's
guard?
okay.
No, but he is listed as a point guard.
Say it again. Say it again. That's
Rob
not a bad
Dillingham, man.
comparison.
This is Rob Dillingham reincarnated. This kid right here.
He is the quiet assassin. He
Yeah.
doesn't yell. He don't beat his chest. He don't talk to his opponent. He don't talk to the referee. If you didn't know any better, you would think Connor didn't care. Meanwhile, he got like 30 points,
Yeah.
10 assists. You know what I'm saying? Like 10
Yeah.
rebounds.
Yep.
And the whole time he's just chilling. And sometimes that could be to his detriment because people look at him and think, this kid doesn't care much. He doesn't play, with that much
And
enthusiasm.
then he hits 3 straight threes though. That's
Check the
crazy.
stat book, baby. The stats don't lie.
Yeah, I
So,
love Connor. I agree with you. He's almost like, and that's going to be his role at the next level too, especially in the beginning. He's going to be the backup point guard, and he's going to come in like Rob D and just be getting buckets left and right. You know what I mean? Like that's what he's going to be doing.
hey, you don't got to tell me I already know. I've been watching since the 8th grade. That's a fact. And every year my tournament, he's just been getting better and better. Now he's stronger, right? And
Yeah.
that's even more dangerous.
And listen, we gotta move on from Rays. But let me hit you with a guy who I think is gonna have a massive season, and I know you're with me. How
Okay.
about Big O at St. Francis Prep?
Big O.
Oh,
Listen, Big O is playing with a vengeance right now. I know y'all heard. I know y'all heard. If you didn't heard and you don't know, I'm letting you know right now. Big O is not playing with y'all this year. He told me he has a chip on his shoulder and he's going to prove to everyone that he's one of the best, if not the best player in this city. He has a lot to prove. Big O started out playing down low and then started stretching it out last year. Pause. With that three, right? He started pulling up from pro NBA range. Now, there's a scene in the preseason runs. I didn't drop the St. Francis preseason runs, but it's coming soon. I'm gonna be putting these out every couple of days now because the season is starting and preseason is over, baby.
yeah.
But coach was on the baseline, right? And he said, a kid shot it from the wing, and coach was like, "Oh, go get that." The shot missed. It was like they planned this in front of me. The shot missed, and O grabbed it off the rebound and dunked it so hard. Like, you couldn't tell me they didn't plan that, right? So with his dominance down low, along with him being able to, shoot that thing on the outside and plus go to the hole now, he's putting the ball on the floor. He said he's been working on this handle all summer. So you got three guys, Halon, Brandon Stores, and Big O, all three of them working on their handle to stretch their offensive game a lot further. So,
and that's what we were talking. That's what we told them all to improve on last year when we spoke to them. At different times throughout the year, and they took it to heart. And I saw St. Francis Prep have an open run, and he was bringing up the ball, playing on the perimeter,
that's a fact.
playing inside. I mean, he was all over the place, and Jimmy Lynch is going to use him all over the place, especially offensively, as they look to try and get back to that Final Four. And if they do, Big O is going to be a huge part of it.
Coach Lynch, arguably one of the best coaches, if not the best coach in the city. We have a few, so definitely up there. We
got to talk about Veer Anthony too, Coach.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. With Troy Faison leaving, that puts more pressure on Big O and Veer Anthony. I spoke to them during media day, and Veer Anthony is going to show everybody that he's one of the best two-way players in the whole city. Not only one of the best defenders in the whole league, but he can flat out score the basketball on both ends. Can shoot it, get to the hole when he wants to, and he's a dynamic passer. Definitely a Division I player, for sure. So they got two Division I players on their team, along with Huggy, right? Who's going to replace Faison and all the things that he was doing on the court.
Oh, yeah, and
it's
Ethan Butler. Don't sleep on Ethan Butler now, Pooh.
No.
He's another player.
That's another one. They have a bunch of guys that's going to fill the roles that they need to be one of the most dynamic teams in the city. And listen, play against St. Francis Prep, you get the BTA.
For sure.
That is belt to ass. You already know that. For sure.
You work in every possession when you're playing the Terriers. You know that, every single one.
That's
but
right.
Listen, if we don't mention the Stepanak backcourt, we'll just call it the backcourt because, man, all three of these guys, Jervis, Hassan, Danny C, I mean, one of the most elite backcourts in the country, no?
Hard to guard. Stepanak is going to be hard to guard. I can't even put up just one player.
No.
Right? Hold on for a sec. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Chill out. Dave. We definitely going to talk about Curtis. Trust me, we got the dad and the son coming on tomorrow, 12 o'clock. We're going to mention that. Appreciate you, though, my brother. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Dave's all over us, man. Dave's all over us.
Everybody. Like, ease up. They all coming. We got it. We definitely.
They ruining my list.
Yeah. See, I'm gonna hold back.
You acting like I'm gonna miss guys? Are you for real?
Right. They think we not on point. We are definitely on point. Chill out, relax.
Are you guys serious? No love, man. No love. Trying to. I mean, did I read Nigel James down there? Are they trying to get me upset?
Yeah. They doing too much. They doing too much right there.
Listen, we want to talk about those Stepanak boys because Josiah Jervis looking like a monster. I just wrote about how I think he may win the MVP in the Catholic League. If Stepanak doesn't, if they get out of a little balance. But Jervis is going to be unbelievable. Danny C back for another year. I mean, you want to talk about all-time legends. I mean, what player has more wins in Stepanak or CHSA history than Danny Carbuccia, Pooh, right? I mean, come on.
Danny is a true winner.
Yeah,
right?
He might win his third straight.
He could do it all. He could shoot it. He could pass. He gets to the hole. He's a leader. Now, I've watched him be way more vocal this year, right?
Yeah,
Even at times when Boogie were there, he was taking some of the leadership role, but now it falls all on him. But he has a lot of help. He has a lot of help. I told you, Josiah Jervis has made the biggest jump of any player from last year to this year. A lot of these players, we already know they were good and what they were capable of. But
yeah,
watching Josiah Jervis turn into the player that he's turning into, is unbelievable.
yeah.
Unbelievable.
I feel like we're watching an NBA player in front of our eyes, honestly. And it's crazy to say. I know it's so hard to pad this stuff, but man, a guy who could really do it all, and he just looks like he's gonna step right into the Boogie Flan role and is ready to go.
Listen, and not to mention, you got Mr. Caressy,
Yeah,
right? He's such a hard guard.
yeah,
This kid can handle, get to the hole, he can shoot it. He got the moves to go with it. It's so silky, so smooth. You add all of those things, and then you got the twins, the Ratcliffe twins, right? You,
yep.
you got so many weapons on that team. Who's going to be able to stop Stepanak this year?
I don't know. They I mean we didn't even talk about Dylan Perry and Josh Rivera. I mean they are just loaded, man. I cannot wait to see that team. And like you said, Hassan Karesi is one of my favorite players I've ever scouted. I love his potential. I think he's just gonna get better and better. And by like junior year of college or sophomore year of college, that kid's gonna be incredible. I mean, I can't wait to see these guys develop. Stepanak's got beautiful roster, a lot of potential, man. That they're exciting for sure.
Look at this. Unbelievable.
And then I got
Unbelievable.
a couple wild cards I want to throw you in the Catholic League. Right?
Got you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I think a guy who's gonna have a big year, and I'm talking big numbers, Pooh. I'm thinking Malik Fields at Cardinal Hayes, a guy I forgot to mention to you in our walkthrough. I think he's gonna put up big numbers at Hayes,
He's going to average like 35
at
this year.
least, right? I think he's gonna put up monster numbers this year. I think. And listen, is he gonna take a ton of shots? Sure. But I also think he's going to put up some monster numbers at Hayes against one of the best leagues. Coach Lodes is excited about him. He thinks he's going to make him that guy, his alpha, his leader. So I'm excited to watch Fields, and I'm really excited to watch another backcourt, the guys that Christ the King. I mean, Jaden Ramirez, Markel Olson, and Cam Ziegler, Johnny Manga. They got a great backcourt. I'm excited about that backcourt for sure.
Only if Kalen Destin never left.
Uh,
That this kid could have averaged 30 this year, but that's a whole nother story. Watch our last episode, all right, and you'll understand. Sometimes it's not good to leave, but hopefully he figures it out and be able to help Coach Pete, and they can win that whole thing in OTE this year for
Yeah,
sure.
Jelly fans got a lot of those Hayes guys, but they got to get it turned around. They're off to a slow start, but yeah, I like the CTK guys, and then like you said with the Jelly fam, I mean, Magic Mel, he's definitely one of the most exciting guys. Jordan Skyers, like you said, Kalen Destin, they got some
Yeah,
guys,
and
and
listen, can't forget even though they play on the OTE side, can't forget Magic Mel.
of course
He's
not.
he's averaging 10 points a game, 10.3, like about 5, 6 assists.
Yeah,
So he's doing what he could do, and definitely a star on the rise, and definitely one of the nation's top point guards. Um, hey, listen, yeah, I know about him. Yes,
yeah.
stand out from the 6'7" wing from Zavarian. I know about them. Definitely. They
Now
got
we also got to talk about that Luhai backcourt because as impressive as that Stepanak one is, to have a Syracuse, a Marquette, and a Penn State commit is pretty rare and unbelievable, Poe. I mean, Mingo, Anthony, and James, pretty special.
that's incredible. First of all, Caden is our guy, friend to
Yep,
the show. Nigel James, what an incredible athlete as a guard. And now he's knocking down the jump shot,
yep.
which I saw recently.
Man, did he
Definitely
tear up
a jet.
IS-8 or what? Nigel James. Woo!
Man, unstoppable. And Cayenne, he's gotten so much better. And to see him go to his dad's old school alma mater. Well, can we say alma mater? Because Melo left after his freshman year. But hey, we can call out, we call it. I think Cayenne's going to do very well this year. They're going to be a monster crew. I think they're ranked third in the country. So definitely want to give big shouts out to Luha and everything that they're doing. For sure.
Yeah, no doubt. And we don't even talk about their center, who's a senior going to Florida State. I mean, what a special group. And, Caden's younger brother, Dylan's next up. And what do you think of, I don't know if you noticed, I don't know if you caught it. Did you see Caden committed on the radio? I thought that was pretty cool.
No!
Yeah, he committed on like Hot 97.
Really?
Yes, yeah.
Who did he commit to?
When he went to Penn State. When he committed to Penn State. Yeah.
Big Ten. Salute. Caden Mingo, one of my favorite players. Oh, definitely. I didn't forget Talib Martin, another Martin, St. Peter's.
Yep.
They got knocked off the other day by Curtis. And that was a big win. So y'all tune in tomorrow, 12 o'clock. We're going to have Coach Archibald and his son Alonzo on the show tomorrow, 12 p.m. What a big shot. What an even better pass.
The pass is incredible.
Yes. And look, I love what Coach Archibald is doing over at Curtis. I heard they got a lot of pieces that they added. So they're able to compete after that horrendous year last year. And we're going to talk to him tomorrow, and he's going to tell us and explain to us all the things that they got working on right now to where they was able to get that win. But salute to Talib Martin and the whole Martin family. I think if Talib goes Division I, and I think they have a younger brother, if he goes Division I, they may surpass the Marbury family being the top family in the whole city.
Listen, they better build a statue to Mr. Martin at St. Peter's. That's all I know, man.
Yeah, but then they got to get one to go to the league. You get one to go to the league like Steph, then you said something. But other than that, salute to the whole Martin family, man. Definitely revolutionizing the game out in Staten Island.
And listen, we also got to mention a couple guys who slipped by who are definitely on Pooh's list who I want to ask him about.
Hold on, before you go. Dave corrected us again. He said it was on Power
105. God, Dave, get off my back, man.
Dave is the best, man.
He really is the best.
Yes.
Cracks me up, man. We got to talk about Rashid Monroe.
Yes. Listen.
I'm dying to hear what you think about him.
Man, this kid he's another just walking bucket, right? Lincoln had them on the ropes, but this kid just was putting so much pressure on Lincoln from the start to finish and never gave up. And he caught this monster dunk. Oh, man, it was unbelievable. He caught this monster dunk, and it just changed the game. And from there, they was able to get the win. But he's someone that could get to the hole, shoot the three. He defends well, and he has a nice athletic body that can get him in places that most guards can't.
Yeah, and you pair him with glasses, you got to love that combo. So I'm sure he's going to be in for a monster season.
Yeah.
We also got to shout out our guy, PJ Singleton.
Oh,
tell me, have you seen him? Have you seen him recently?
First of all, hold on. Let me put this up. Because that could have been our game of the week, but, we're going to start on Tuesday. Tomorrow, PJ Singleton versus Anderson Diaz.
That was my next guy on the list.
We're going to talk about PJ first. PJ has gotten stronger. He's gotten more athletic. He's handling that basketball. He's rebounding. PJ can absolutely do it all. He reminds me of a younger me, and with a lot more explosive athleticism. But boy, he can shoot that rock, right? definitely high major, someone I think that can do well at the next level. But PJ is definitely an absolute baller. And I told Tiny, I said, yo, he may get 40 on y'all tomorrow. He said, all right, as long as we win. But we're gonna see if PJ's ready to be challenged by that assault that Lawrence Whitman is gonna have for them tomorrow. Led by Mr. Diaz himself and Troy up in the front in that backcourt. That's gonna put pressure on them and see if he can, get over those 6'8" and 6'10" front court that they have. So it's gonna be a big challenge tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of PJ. I think, he's another guy. He's a dream for any coach's D1 level. Could contribute right away. Going to get better and better once he could just focus a lot on basketball, overcoming a lot of stuff. Tough as nails.
Yes.
Mentally strong, and built tough. So love PJ. Really excited about him this year, and the next year. I think he's going to really, really take over these next 2 years, kind of show that he's the man. And that backcourt, man, Anderson Diaz and Troy Faison, that's special.
Troy is, first of all, we knew about what Troy was able to do last year.
Yeah.
He's asserting himself more to be the guy on Lawrence Whitmer alongside with Anderson. And I think they're allowing each other to be themselves, right? But I think he's an excellent combination for Anderson, right? Because Anderson, silky smooth and shifty, whereas Troy is rugged and can get to the hole and doesn't mind taking that last shot, whether he hits it or makes it, hits it or misses it.
Yeah, they complement each other really well. I feel like they're a really nice 1-2 punch. And I both think that I think they're going to lift each other. I think they're going to make each other better throughout the next year. And listen, I think it'll take a little time to get comfortable. I mean, we got to shout out our guy, Coach Morton, coming back to the sidelines. I know he's excited about that.
Yep, I was just with him tonight.
I know he's real excited. So that'll be great. But I'm excited to see them kind of gel throughout the year and get better and better because I think they'll just continue to push each other and they're a great combo for sure.
Any more guys that I have on that
list?
We
got one more, baby. Our guy, Connor Ego, baby.
Connor just got an offer for Columbia. Congratulations to Connor Ego and everything you guys got going over at Poly Prep. Connor Ego is tough, man. Tough as nails. Another kid who that we watched as a sophomore come a long way and battle some of the toughest competition in the city and plays with New Heights. Was able to do well with them during the summertime. So I know he's looking forward to having another dynamic year. Someone that can rebound very well. He can shoot the jump shot, go to the hole, and he can block shots as well. So definitely looking forward to that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's another kid, should be a lock for the Ivy League. Great representation in New York. Definitely shout out Poly Prep program doing big things. And
for sure.
A couple other guys. I want to shout out the boys, St. John's Prep. Maybe Pat Roush might have a monster year. I know I'm excited about him. And Rob Phelps.
Yeah. I know. Hold on. We're gonna get back to Rob. Let's shout out Rob Phelps right now. Rob Phelps Jr. definitely is coming a long way. He's gonna have a monster year. He should average about 25 and 10 this year. Rob Phelps Jr., the lefty extraordinaire from Bedford Academy. Definitely. And they got a guard, Sebastian Harding, that just transferred in as well. So he's going to make them a definitely running style team that's going to have to get. Look, yeah. Look, I started to put it up there. We talked about him, Dave. Raymond Kennard.
Raymond Kennard is our guy. Talked about him, DC.
Yeah, we started off the show with Earl Monroe. Definitely. I saw them tonight. They're definitely on my team to watch list.
See, Dave was too busy getting his popcorn ready. He wasn't in seats during the previews. And missed out, baby.
Yeah, definitely. Again, Dejon and Davion, they have a incredible backcourt, man. But definitely look out for Bedford Academy. Brooklyn, and their preseason runs is dropping soon as well, for sure.
I can't wait for that. That's going to be awesome.
Nah. That's definitely. Um,
Now,
the people are liking these preseason runs.
100%.
They're
Now,
doing
which
they're
one?
doing the numbers are doing crazy.
I'm putting your feet in the fire. Which one have you had the most fun at so far? Because I mean, some of these look like a blast, man.
Not for nothing, all of them.
Right?
I
I feel like
can't
you're
even
having a
say
ton of fun.
I can't even say that one sticks out more than the rest because the one thing I like about it is the coaches and their different styles. That's what really the coaches are the star of the show,
Yeah, absolutely.
right? I'm in the background just watching my guy Fahim Productions. He's my film guy.
The best.
He's creating the magic, and the coaches are bringing the film to life. If
Yeah.
you guys watch Coach Pollard, man, like he's just as animated as Coach Mark, and then you go down to Coach Tiny, and then Coach Lynch. Then you got Coach Phelps, right? It's a whole bunch
It's
of
so
coaches
awesome to
that you
see
guys
how
going to
each
see. It's
guy
different.
delivers the message,
Yes,
It's great.
yes, yes. It's been great. It's been great. I wanted to step in that. Wait till you see that. I wanted to say raise. Wait till you see that. These episodes is gonna be like mini movies, y'all. Wait,
Yeah. And I
just
mean,
wait.
you're getting some of the probably top 50 programs in the country, and you're getting programs that some people never heard of. This is great. I mean, anybody who's been blessed to be a part of that is huge for sure. And I can't tell you how many different DMs I get from programs asking us to go to games. I want to go to as many stuff as we can.
But this Tuesday,
Let's go. Talk about it. Talk about it.
this Tuesday, we have
I'm writing it down.
arguably one of the best games to start off the year with. Coach, you know what game that is, right?
Let them know, Pooh.
It is Thomas Jefferson versus Eagle Academy at Thomas Jefferson. Our game of the week, baby.
Whoa.
You better be there. Hold on, I'm about to put it up right now. I just,
What do you think? You think it's SRO? Standing room only? What do you think?
definitely gonna be standing room only because you gotta understand, with all the controversy that went on last year, people are, either you hate them or love them. Either way, people gonna be there watching it. No matter
Oh
who
yeah.
you rooting for,
Oh
Jeff is
yeah.
gonna be standing room only. It's gonna be standing room only.
That's
Hold
gonna
on.
be awesome. I can't wait.
That's right. That's right. Hold on. Let me get this straight.
And I want the motto for Jefferson again. Say it again, Pooh.
No mercy.
Phew.
No mercy. Listen, I know that Eagle probably won that game tonight. I'm not going to say definite because anything could have happened when I left. But if I know Eagle Academy, two-time defending champs, they came out there with that W, and Richard Jackson wasn't playing, Xavier wasn't playing, so maybe they didn't want to show Jefferson their full arsenal. But if they coming up without those two players against Thomas Jefferson, it may be a long night.
Yeah,
Here's
man.
our game of the week, baby.
Yeah. Eagle gonna need all hands on deck for sure.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Our game of the week, Tuesday. Game of the week, Tuesday.
And listen,
Game
if
of the
you're
week.
there, you better make sure you say hi to us if you're there and we're there. Say what's up, show some love because we love all the listeners. We want to give you guys love too. We appreciate it all.
That's a fact. You got Killer Dogs versus Eagle Academy. It's going to be off the chain. It's going to be off the chain. Yes, they beat Far Rockaway 74-42, I believe. See? There you go. That was the that was it right there, letting Jeff know, like, hey, listen, we coming to play. Definitely coming to play. I just don't think Far Rockaway had enough for them to compete.
To really
Yeah.
test them, yeah.
I
And
meant to
listen, we
say
got to shout
Basketball
out
Heads
Far
hoodie.
Rockaway for
Yeah, man.
stepping in and
Thank
playing
you,
the game.
thank you. Appreciate you. I would definitely have my Basketball Head hoodie on Tuesday for sure. But again, game of the week, Thomas Jefferson, Eagle Academy at
Wow.
Thomas Jefferson. Make sure you are there. Did we leave out anything, Coach?
I feel good about it.
What about our guys from Christ the King, man? We can't leave those guys out, man.
Well, we mentioned the backcourt: Markel Alston, Jaden Ramirez, Cam
Okay.
Ziegler.
Got you.
Yeah, we gave them a little love. We're excited about them.
All right. I want to make sure that we get through here, and I don't get nobody hit me up saying you didn't mention such and such.
Hey, listen. There's some teams we didn't mention. There's some guys right on the cusp. There's some guys we're super excited about. There's guys that I own a prep I'm excited about. Like they talked about at St. Peter's. There's guys in the PSAL I'm excited about. You know, you can't mention everybody.
That's right. Jalon, the freshman. That's my guy right there. You're gonna have your time. You just gotta show and prove when y'all play, youngin. Jalon D. Barry, that's right. All right. Well, oh, what? No. They won 74-24. No, that can't be the right score. That's crazy.
What was the score when you left? You remember?
It was like 18 to like 10 or something like that.
Yeah. Holy smokes.
Yeah, well, listen. Not Tuesday. Not Tuesday. I just put in the order. I got some things coming through, but I'll have them soon. Soon as I have them, the whole world gonna know about it. All right? Well, Zion Austin. Y'all just throwing names up here. Thank you. I appreciate you. Zion Austin.
I heard of Zion Austin. I talked to Coach Irvin, baby. I know plenty about Mr. Austin.
He's at Nas?
Hey, listen, we'll see.
You never know. Well, listen, we're about to be out of here. All right? We ran over our time. Hold on. Whenever my guy Dave come up, I have to say something. Y'all got to make the Hoop Hall Invitationals in Springfield this year. We got a few schools in the area playing this year. St. Francis Prep, Achievement First, Brooklyn Lawn Tech, Scarsdale, and more. Sound like, hey, Dave, send me the flyer. What you think? We could take a drive out there.
I don't mind, man.
Like,
we gotta have Dave on too, by the way. Can we have Dave on?
Oh yeah, Dave. Look, whenever you want to come on, Dave, just text me. Anything you want to come on. We on tomorrow, 12 o'clock. Remember, we on tomorrow, 12 o'clock.
Talking about the shot. The shot heard around the world, baby.
Oh, yeah. Let me put this up real quick before we get out of here. Definitely want to promote that. Hold on. Definitely want to promote that right now. Yeah, but Dave, just send it, Dave. Send it, please. It makes it easier for me this way. I don't have to go track it down, and I know you'll make sure I get it. It makes it a lot easier. Yeah, the kid from Eagle Queens is an absolute phenom. His name just is not on my. Write his name down in the chat. I know he's talking about.
There's so many guys in the PSAL that we didn't mention.
For sure. It's so many. But we about to get out here after I put up this tomorrow, 12 o'clock. We are on with Coach Archibald and his son Alonzo Archibald. We're gonna talk about the shot heard around New York City. I gotta change that. The New York City.
Curtis, baby.
That's right. That's right. No doubt. Well, tomorrow, check us out. 12 o'clock, 12 p.m. We will be in the building. All right? With the Curtis family, the Archibald family, the Curtis family. Nah, I'm going to stop. With the Archibald family and Curtis basketball tomorrow, 12 o'clock. All right? Any last words before we get out of here?
Just make sure you check in, man. And listen, if you weren't part of the list, use it as motivation. We got no problem. We're just trying to spread as much love as we can. The list is about giving guys shine. So, that's how we look at it.
That's all we could do, baby. We only got 1 hour. We already went over 5 minutes. So we're saying that we are out of here. I'm your host, Glenn Pooh Harding. My guy.
Brian Record.
We out.
See you
Peace.
tomorrow, baby.